everybody can take their seats, our program is ready to begin. If we can everybody take their seats, please. And if you would be so kind as to silence your phones for us this morning. Thank you. Mr. Chairman, you ready? Boy, it's so nice to see everybody's beautiful faces. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I see so many faces in this crowd today. It's a huge crowd, and here comes Vesta, and I know Vulcan will be shortly behind. Our mascot's doing a terrific job for us. So many faces who have labored in the vineyards in this community, in this state, for so many years. And today is a big day. We talk a lot at the World Games 2022 about how a rising tide lifts all boats. And I would tell you that while we are shaped by our history in this state and in this city, my friends, we're not defined by it. We're defined by today and what we do today and the future. And today, we make a big statement. And speaking of making a big statement, we are so proud and honored to be on this beautiful campus. The leader of this campus has been a friend, a mentor, a coach to so many of us, and in particular to me. President Bobby Knight, to you and your administration, thank you so much for your leadership at this great college, this historic college in this community. We appreciate you very much. With 98 days to go, the excitement continues to build, my friends, as we soon will welcome the world in over 108 countries to our beautiful city and to our state of Alabama. And what they will see is a new Birmingham, a new Alabama, where we are finally realizing that there is so much more that brings us together than divides us. And that statement has been made by over 100 companies even during this pandemic that have invested in World Games 2022 Birmingham and what this moment represents, which is not just 3,600 athletes competing for gold medal in 34 of the fastest growing sports in the world, but it represents a reconnection of humanity, our community to our state to our world in a moment where the world needs it. And of all of the incredible companies that have made their investment, there is none more world-class, more global, that makes a bigger statement than the investment in the partner that we are announcing today. It has been many, many months in the making, all the way up from the chairman of our board and leadership who have very personal reasons for helping to shape this investment. And it gives me great honor to announce the chairman of the board of the Birmingham Organizing Committee of the World Games. Please join me in welcoming Chairman Jonathan Porter.
Well, good morning. Nick has really said it all. We have to pay homage to President Bobby Knight, to Miles College, to all our elected officials in the room. Thank you so much for coming. How many students are here? Let me see your hands. You're the reason we're here. And we want to salute you, take our opportunity to salute you. But as Nick mentioned, my name is Jonathan Porter. I have the honor of serving as chairman of the World Games Organizing Committee. I also serve as Senior Vice President, Customer Operations at Alabama Power Company. And although I'm on the campus of Miles College, and I have to joke with Miles, and all my millennials know that, I'm also a proud graduate, HBCU graduate of the Tuskegee University. Just had to give that to Bobby, my good friend Bobby. But as Nick mentioned, we're right at 98 days out to the opening ceremony. And just by the showing here, can't you feel the excitement? It's just continuing to grow. This is an incredible moment in our state, and it's been building for a long time, and it's now just over the horizon. We're almost there. From the very beginning, we have strived to make the World Games not just an exciting and amazing sport event that will feature some of the world's most elite athletes in thrilling competitions, but we really have focused on the opportunity to bring lasting, positive changes to the city of Birmingham in the great state of Alabama. Today, we are honored to be able to make an announcement that really captures this vision of community improvement that we have made a hallmark here with the World Games. Microsoft and the World Games 2022 Organizing Committee are joining in a partnership to promote Alabama's outstanding historically black colleges and universities and historically black community colleges. And I just want to take a moment. A lot of times you hear about the HBCUs, we cannot forget our HBCCs. So let's not forget those historically black community colleges that are great pipelines to the workforce and to our HBCUs. But together, this partnership will deliver the World Games 2022 HBCU experience presented by Microsoft. And it will serve as an opportunity to tap into the positive impact that HBCUs and HBCCs have on our economy and on our communities. And with this partnership, the World Games and Microsoft will encourage students' professional growth, raise the profile of our HBCU and HBCC talent, facilitate collaboration between HBCUs, HBCCs, and Microsoft, and most importantly, inspire students to pursue careers and business opportunities in the ever-growing world of technology. This experience will feature a series of virtual events leading up to the World Games in July, as well as a live activation feature at the World Games Plaza. Our historically black colleges and universities and our historically black community colleges have been enduring beacons of hope for many generations. I myself am a second-generation Tuskegee graduate. They offer thousands of citizens the priceless opportunity to reach and achieve their full potential. They give students not only access to a quality education and a supportive environment where they can learn. Here, young people also get the chance to put their hands on the arc of history and move America closer to the ideals of our founding. Ladies and gentlemen, these ideals are universal, and I can't think of a better, more important message for us to deliver to the entire world when the world comes to Birmingham in 98 days. So in closing, on behalf of the Board of Directors of the World Games 22, let me say we feel privileged to be welcome here today and also to join with our HBCU and HBCC presidents from across our great state. We feel privileged to be working with Microsoft on this initiative, and again, the aim is nothing less than making sure that today's students inherit a future of boundless opportunities. Now, please join me in welcoming another former HBCU grad from Alabama A&M, Michael Ford, who is Corporate Vice President at Microsoft. Again, Michael, thank you for your partnership.
Well, first of all, it's great to be here. This is home for me. I was born and raised in Alabama, right outside of Huntsville. And I graduated from Alabama A&M University and HBCU. And Bulldogs, and so did my wife. She's actually from Birmingham, Shala Ford, and she graduated from Alabama A&M University. We actually met there. But I got on a red eye last night to get here because I really had to be here. So I just landed a few hours ago, but I'm really happy to be here. And thanks a lot for the introduction. At Microsoft, our mission is to empower every person and every organization on the planet to achieve more. And we're honored to be partnering with the World Games 2022 to empower an inclusive world-class sports competition that aims to create lasting positive impacts for our community where it is hosted. In this case, it's Birmingham. The World Games and HBCU experience is an opportunity to use a global sports platform of the World Games to recognize and celebrate talent, innovation, and culture coming from HBCUs and HBCCs across the country. And it opens paths for greater economic opportunities for HBCU alumni, like myself and like people in the room here. Our partnership with the World Games continues Microsoft's effort to support and address racial equity. Microsoft is committed to use the power of technology and partnership to help improve the lives of Black and African American citizens across the country. Engage with suppliers and partners to extend the vision of societal change through our ecosystem, creating new opportunities for them and their communities they serve. We will double the number of Black and African American managers, senior individual contributors, and senior leaders at Microsoft in the U.S. by 2025. The partnership has provided opportunities to progress these commitments across the state of Alabama, specifically to strengthen Microsoft's approach to historically Black colleges and universities, ensuring HBCU grads have the skills needed to survive in this digital economy. Through the partnership, we will work with Alabama HBCUs and HBCC students with content resources and community opportunities in technology, including, we're going to have a virtual event where you'll get an opportunity to talk to technology leaders, innovators, entrepreneurs, providing guidance, resources, and the pathways to economic opportunities. We will have a Minecraft challenge where students from HBCUs and HBCC students will learn to develop their skills in coding, and they'll get to display that at the TWG Plaza during the games. But the most important thing is, when the World Games end in mid-July, Microsoft's support for HBCUs and our investments will continue. We're growing our Atlanta campus. That's only a couple of hours from here. And we're creating a new hub for community and innovation there. We want to create a positive impact and be an active partner in the community. We have a portion of the 90 acres we purchased a year ago dedicated to the community. We're taking a community-first approach. Before we put a shovel in the ground and build our office space, we're going to focus on the community. We're building in Grove Park, one of the poorest neighborhoods in Atlanta. They don't have a bank. They don't have a grocery store. They don't have a pharmacy. We're going to make sure they get that first, and then we'll build our office space. And we're excited about working hand in hand with local organizations and community groups in Atlanta and other cities like Birmingham to ensure that Microsoft and the city continues to thrive. Now I have the great pleasure of introducing President Bobby Knight. She's a Birmingham native, and in 2019, she's elected as the 15th president and the first woman to serve at the helm of Miles College. President Knight is a woman of immense influence and is passionate about giving back to the community and mentoring men and women to become leaders in the community. Bobby Knight.
So good morning and welcome to the beautiful and historic campus of Miles College. I want to say thanks to the City of Birmingham, the World Games team, to the Microsoft team, and all of you that are gathered here today, in particular my brothers and sisters of the fellow HBCUs and HBCCs. And I have to say a special shout out to my old Alabama Power team, Jonathan Porter, Nick Sellers, and Rashida Leroy. Y'all have made me so incredibly proud with what you're doing with this amazing initiative, this World Games. This is beyond anything I ever did, so thank y'all so much for including us in this. I hope you're enjoying the HBCU culture and the beauty of the college, but I believe that my fellow HBCU and HBCC presidents would agree that this partnership is exactly the type of opportunity that we seek for our students. We focus a great deal on developing sustainable relationships with our community and with corporate partners to enhance the student experience and to provide first-class practical experiences so our students are prepared to competitively join the workforce after they graduate. This program aligns perfectly with that. And to the Microsoft team in particular, we look forward to our students traveling with you on your journey to build and grow the metaverse. We have the largest number of HBCUs and HBCCs in the country here in Alabama. HBCU graduates generate $14.8 billion in economic impact annually. Every dollar spent by an HBCU and its students produces positive economic benefits, generating more than 134,000 jobs for their local and regional economies. Your investment and belief in HBCU students will continue positively impacting our communities, and this partnership is one that we believe is excellent for HBCU and HBCU students. So thank you very much for this initiative. At this time, I would like to invite my brother and sister presidents or your representatives to join me in front of this podium so that we can take a picture. So, yes. Somebody else can move that, JP. Why are you moving that?
Look up here, please. 3, 2, 1.
I've got to join this group.
Okay, up here one time. 1, 2, 3. Move.
Thank you, and we're going to everybody take their seats, and we'll close the program out here. We've got just a couple of other quick speakers to close us out. Thank you. Thank you so much, Russell. We've got a couple of other important speakers we want to bring up to close it out, but before we do, please allow me to recognize Counselor Smitherman here, Counselor Crystal Smitherman, who is in our audience today. Thank you so much for everything that you do for this city. I apologize for not recognizing you earlier, but thank you so much. Other board members, I know we have one board member here, Mr. Ron Matthew from the Birmingham Airport Authority. Thank you for your leadership, Ron. The airport, it is our first and last impression, and you all and your team are making it look beautiful and right on time. We appreciate you very much. Any other board members from the World Games that are here today or elected officials. Thank you. I'd like to bring up now our, is it Rashida or our executive producer of the opening and closing ceremonies and the region's World Games Plaza. Y'all give it up for Rashida Leroy.
Thank you so much, Nick. Well, I'm extremely excited to announce the World Games Birmingham 2022 HBCU Experience. The HBCU Experience will provide HBCUs and HBCC students an opportunity to interact with Microsoft, but to also explore career and business opportunities in the tech industry. This experience, like Jonathan and Michael said, will feature 3 virtual panel discussions and the World Games Plaza live experience, which will be that HBU experience that you all will be able to come out and be a part of July 7th through the 17th. I'm gonna do another plug, the World Games, July 7th through the 17th. So we wanna make sure you all come out and attend. When we think about those virtual panel series, we have 3. April 5th is our first one, that is Technology in Color, Breaking Barriers. This panel discussion will explore opportunities and gain insight about career and business opportunities in the tech industry from some of the top tech professionals and business leaders. Our second panel discussion will be on April 12th, and it's called Winning at Disruption, Using Technology to Start a Business. This panel will allow us to discover how innovators, entrepreneurs, and techpreneurs use technology to launch and sustain their businesses. And then our last virtual panel conversation is called Innovating Social Impact, Building Technology for the Greater Good. This panel conversation will give us an opportunity to learn how thought leaders, activists, and advocates use technology and innovation to create a more equitable society. And then the last live experience will be the World Games Plaza. So this is where we're creating what we call our yard experience. We know throughout every HBCU there's one thing that's coming, and that's the yard. Some people may call it the hill, some people may call it the quad, but we go there to have a good time. We go there to socialize. We go there to find out what's happening. That's where I used to find out where all the parties were. So it was just a great experience overall. So we're excited. We're going to have interactive technology. We're going to have conversations. We're going to have a lot of great experiences for people to come out and take advantage of July 7th through the 17th. So that's my third plug of the World Games 2022 here in Birmingham. I'm also excited to announce some of our panelists who will be participating, and this is across the board. Dion Gordon, who's the Executive Director of Tech Birmingham, Keisha Ebenson, who's the Cultural Business Program Manager at Microsoft, Sherelle Dorsey, who's the founder of The Plug, Cherie Stokes, who's the Executive Director of Tech MGM in Montgomery, Andrea Adams, who's the lead HBCU recruiter for Microsoft, Pam Cook, who's the Chief Marketing Officer of the World Games, Jonathan Porter, who's the chair of the Birmingham Organizing Committee, and many more. So I'm excited that this is launching. We've actually already started promoting, so I'm sure you should see some flyers as well as the link where you can register to attend and for all of your students to register to attend. So we're excited that we're launching today. We're excited that this experience is coming to everyone, and we're excited about the World Games. Thank you.
All right, I'm here to wrap us up. So before we dismiss, I want to just take a moment and talk to the students for a minute. Many of us in this room have been where you are right now. We've walked these campuses, we've walked these cool days, warm days, we've stayed in dorms, we've figured out how we were going to eat and how we're going to get to a ball game and all the parties. We've been where you are. So whereas you see us today, because I am HBCU as well as many other people sitting here, whereas we've been where you are, we're blessed for where we are, that we can reach back and pay it forward to you and to bring you up. You're all in a room today with so much power, and there's so many people in here who can help you get where you want to be. So when we dismiss, I'm going to charge you all to make sure you go meet at least 2 people in the room and ask them to tell you about themselves. You'll be surprised at where the similarities are, but we're here today because of you. We want you to have all the successes and all the opportunities to achieve everything we didn't even get to, or that we couldn't even dream of. This level of technology wasn't available for most of the folks in the room. It was for me, though. But for most of the people in the room. But technology is an ever-changing thing, and it continues to grow all the time. But you're going to be the ones that's going to take it to the next level. You're the next entrepreneur. You're the next creator. You're the next innovator. And we just get to say we knew you when, okay? All right, so make sure you meet 2 people before you leave today. So thank you again, Miles College, for hosting us today. We love you and appreciate you. Thank you to all of our HBCU leaders that came today to be a part of this. You all are appreciated and valued so much more than you could ever know. We are so committed to you and your successes and for your growth and for all the good things that you're doing in the lives of students everywhere. Thank you so much. Now, the housekeeping piece, because Rashida stole my thunder with plugging tickets, but once again, World Games, July 7th through the 17th. Tickets on sale right now, twg2022.com. Go online, pick your tickets. Pick a sport, buy a ticket, go to the sport. Okay? Thank you. But before we dismiss, thank you again to the media. If you want to get a few sound bites and a few short interviews, our chairman and CEO will be available up front for that, okay? For our HBCU leadership, if you'll just retrieve yourselves to the conference boardroom back here, and then we'll tell you about where we're going to go from here. Thank you all so much for joining us today. Remember, students, y'all got to go hit it now. Got to go meet folks. Thank you again, and thank you to everybody on Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn that are watching as well. Have a good day, and thank you.